Before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to be the first to experience these bone-chilling stories. I stepped hesitantly into the vast expanse of the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, my senses on high alert. The abandoned buildings loomed ominously, as if whispering tales of a dark and tragic past. I was drawn to this forsaken place, seeking adventure and mystery, but little did I know that I was about to face unimaginable terrors that would test my very will to survive. With my camera clutched tightly in my trembling hands, I ventured deeper into the desolate wasteland. The once bustling city had been reduced to a ghostly graveyard, nature slowly reclaiming what was lost. The crackling of broken glass beneath my feet echoed through the silent streets, and an eerie stillness settled in the air. As I roamed through the ruins, an unsettling feeling crept over me. It was as if unseen eyes followed my every move, as if the spirits of the past were watching me, eager to reveal their secrets. But there was something else, something more sinister lurking in the shadows. A chill ran down my spine as a low growl pierced the silence. I froze, scanning the area for the source of the sound. My heart hammered against my chest as I spotted a pair of glowing eyes in the darkness. A primal fear gripped me as the creature emerged, a twisted, mutated form, its once familiar features distorted and grotesque. Instinct took over and I sprinted, my heart pounding in my ears. The creature pursued, its grotesque form moving with a speed and agility that defied logic. Panic surged through me as I desperately sought refuge. I stumbled upon an abandoned building, its walls crumbling with decay. Without hesitation, I ducked inside, my breath ragged and labored. The stench of decay filled the air, mingling with the acrid scent of something far more sinister. I clutched my camera, its steady glow offering a faint glimmer of comfort in the pitch-black darkness. I could hear the creature outside, its growls growing louder, more aggressive. It was hunting me, its hunger driving it forward. Time seemed to stretch as I navigated the labyrinthine corridors, my heart pounding like a war drum. Shadows danced on the walls, whispering secrets and horrors too terrible to comprehend. Every creak, every distant scuffle sent shivers coursing through my veins, but I pressed on, determined to escape the clutches of this hellish nightmare. As I ventured deeper into the labyrinth, I stumbled upon a room bathed in an eerie green glow. The walls were adorned with faded symbols and writings that spoke of dark rituals and forbidden knowledge. The air grew thicker, laden with an otherworldly energy that clawed at my senses. I recoiled, my mind begging me to turn back, but there was no other way out. As I cautiously moved forward, a bone-chilling screech echoed through the chamber. I spun around, my heart seizing in my chest. It was there, standing before me, a monstrous abomination, its elongated limbs and jagged teeth instilling pure terror. Its eyes glowed with a malevolence that pierced through the darkness. Paralyzed with fear, I fumbled for my camera, desperate to document this nightmare. As I raised it to capture the creature's grotesque visage, the light from the screen illuminated its twisted form. It recoiled, hissing in pain, and I seized the opportunity to flee. Adrenaline surged through my veins, fueling my legs as I raced toward the exit. I burst into the open air, gasping for breath, the creature's haunting cries fading behind me. I had survived the encounter, but the horrors I had witnessed would forever haunt my dreams. Chernobyl's secrets had scarred me, leaving an indelible mark on my soul. As I shared my story with the world, I knew that I had come face to face with a darkness that transcended the realms of the living. My footage, a testament to the horrors of Chernobyl, captivated audiences hungry for the macabre. The tale of my survival became a warning, a reminder of the lurking horrors that lay hidden in the depths of this forsaken place. I had braved the unknown, but I had paid the price. The memory of that nightmarish encounter would forever linger, a reminder that some secrets are best left buried, and that in the realm of the paranormal, one must tread cautiously, for the line between the living and the dead is a fragile one. With a mix of curiosity and trepidation, I entered the eerie domain of the abandoned nuclear power station within the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. The air was heavy with the lingering scent of metal and decay, a constant reminder of the catastrophic event that had unfolded years ago. I had always been drawn to the mysteries of this forsaken place, but little did I know the terrifying truth that awaited me. As I navigated through the dilapidated corridors, the darkness seemed to swallow me whole. The sound of my footsteps echoed, creating an eerie symphony that reverberated through the silent halls. The remnants of machinery and control panels whispered of a once vibrant place, now frozen in time. A flickering light in the distance caught my attention, beckoning me forward. With each step, a chill crept up my spine, and an unsettling feeling settled over me. I reached the source of the light and discovered a dimly lit control room. The atmosphere was thick with a sense of foreboding, as if the very walls held the secrets of the past. As I scanned the room, my eyes were drawn to a stack of documents lying haphazardly on a nearby desk. Intrigued, I reached out and began to sift through the aged papers. What I found made my blood run cold. The documents revealed a horrifying truth. The Chernobyl disaster was not simply a tragic accident. It was an intentional act of sabotage. The papers detailed a clandestine operation conducted by a secret organization with the aim of destabilizing the power station and causing a catastrophic meltdown. The revelations were chilling. I could hardly believe what I was reading. The lives lost, the lives forever altered by the aftermath of the disaster, were not merely victims of circumstance but pawns in a sinister plot. Suddenly the room grew eerily quiet. I felt a presence, as if unseen eyes were watching my every move. Panic surged through me, but I couldn't tear my gaze away from the damning evidence before me. I had stumbled upon a dark secret, and now I feared the consequences. A gust of wind whistled through the broken windows, extinguishing the flickering light. Darkness enveloped the room, leaving me in a disorienting void. The silence was shattered by a chilling whisper that seemed to echo from all directions. "You weren't supposed to find this," the voice hissed. Fear gripped me, but I refused to succumb to the paralyzing terror. I clutched my camera tightly, determined to capture any evidence of the truth that lay hidden within these walls. With trembling hands, I activated the night vision function on my camera and continued my exploration. As the green glow illuminated the path ahead, the air grew thick with a malevolent energy. Shadows danced on the walls, twisting and contorting in unnatural ways. My heart pounded in my chest as I pushed forward, each step revealing more unsettling secrets. I stumbled upon a hidden chamber, filled with an array of sinister equipment. Tubes, vials, and ominous symbols adorned the room, a chilling testament to the dark experiments that had taken place within these walls. As I surveyed the macabre scene, I realized that I was not alone. Figures emerged from the shadows, their faces contorted in pain and despair. They were the victims of this clandestine organization, their souls forever trapped within the confines of the power station. Their anguished moans filled the air, their spectral forms reaching out as if to plead for release. I could sense their suffering, their desperate need for closure. The weight of their presence bore down on me, threatening to consume my very being. In that moment, I knew I had to leave. I had uncovered a truth that was not meant to be revealed. And now, the vengeful spirits of the power station sought to claim me as their own. I fled through the dark corridors, the echoes of their haunting cries echoing in my ears. As I emerged from the abandoned nuclear power station, I vowed to share my harrowing experience with the world. The terrifying truth I had uncovered at Chernobyl had forever changed me. It was a stark reminder that the darkest horrors often lurk in the shadows, waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to seek the truth. The silence of the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone hung heavy as I stepped foot into the forgotten village. The abandoned houses stood as eerie reminders of the lives that once thrived here. Overgrown vegetation and crumbling structures painted a desolate picture. Intrigued by the mysteries hidden within these decaying walls, I ventured deeper into the heart of the forsaken village, unaware of the horrifying truth that awaited me. As I wandered through the ghostly streets, a sense of unease settled in the pit of my stomach. The air felt heavy, as if charged with an invisible presence. The remnants of human existence surrounded me, the belongings left behind telling stories of abrupt departures. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive, suffocating me with an intangible darkness. I approached a dilapidated house, its windows shattered and its doors hanging precariously. Hesitant, I pushed the door open, revealing a musty interior frozen in time. The stench of decay wafted through the air, mingling with the dampness of abandonment. Shadows danced on the walls as the sun's rays filtered through the cracks. As I explored the house, a chilling discovery awaited me in the basement. I descended the creaking stairs, my heart pounding in my chest. The flickering light of my flashlight cast eerie shadows on the damp walls. And then I saw it, a collection of photographs scattered across the floor. My heart skipped a beat as I picked up one of the photos. It depicted a group of villagers, their faces etched with fear and desperation. It became apparent that something sinister had unfolded in this village, something beyond the tragedy of the Chernobyl disaster. Driven by a morbid curiosity, I delved deeper into the village's dark secrets. The houses held remnants of occult symbols and strange writings on their walls. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive as if unseen eyes watched my every move. One house in particular beckoned me. Its windows were boarded up, as if to hide the horrors within. Determined, I pried open the boards and stepped inside. The air was stagnant, heavy with a nauseating stench that made me gag. As I ventured further into the house, I discovered a hidden room in the basement. The door creaked open, revealing a nightmarish scene. The walls were adorned with more occult symbols, and in the center of the room stood a makeshift altar. My heart raced as I realized the true nature of this village, a place where dark rituals had taken place. Fear gripped me as whispers filled the room, a chorus of sinister voices that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Shadows writhed on the floor, taking on grotesque forms. I felt an overwhelming malevolence, as if the spirits of those involved in these rituals lingered, trapped between worlds. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind extinguished my flashlight, plunging me into darkness. Panic coursed through my veins as I fumbled to relight it. When the feeble light flickered back to life, I found myself face to face with a horrifying apparition. A figure cloaked in tattered robes, its eyes filled with an otherworldly hunger. Frozen with terror, I could only watch as the figure approached, its ethereal form swaying with an unnatural grace. It reached out with skeletal fingers, its touch sending a surge of icy dread through my body. The room resonated with its guttural voice, speaking words I could not comprehend. Summoning every ounce of courage, I fled from the room, stumbling through the darkness. The whispers and cries of the spirits followed me, haunting my every step. I emerged from the house, gasping for air, the weight of the village's horrifying truth pressing upon me. As I left the abandoned village behind, I vowed to share my chilling encounter with the world. The horrors I had witnessed were a testament to the dark underbelly that lay hidden within the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. The village stood as a chilling reminder that even in the face of the unimaginable, humanity's capacity for darkness knows no bounds.